Hi, I'm Matt Williamson with Yardbarker here to talk about how injuries might impact the Super Bowl. A couple ones to touch on here. First of all, Demarcus Robinson and Daniel Kilgore for the Chiefs are both on the COVID list, and both are substantial players. They're depth guys, but I think they'll be fine. We'll get to the Chiefs' offensive line where Kilgore plays, but he wouldn't be a penciled-in starter for this game. And Robinson is a down-the-line receiver. But I think Mecole Hardman's more than capable of stepping into that. The big conversation, and I understand it, don't get me wrong, is Kansas City's basically playing with 5 replacement offensive linemen, give or take. I mean, some even further down the line than just pure backups. Against a really good Bucs front that rushes the passer well. Vita Vea's back. Sue and Vea are going to control the middle of the field. To me, that's without question the biggest advantage Tampa Bay has in this game. However, I also think, and this is putting, it's kind of an odd way of putting it, but I think offensive line play matters to the Chiefs less than it does other teams. They threw the ball a lot against Buffalo with O-line injuries, but very quickly. And I think that'll be part of the situation here. I don't think they're going to plan on trying to run the ball. I don't think they're going to have backup linemen trying to move Pierre Paul and, Shaq Barrett and the guys I mentioned before, Sue and those guys as well. It's just not what they do well. And Mahomes buys time extremely well. Andy Reid in general isn't big on helping his offensive linemen, but I think he will more than usual. So it's a big deal, but I think people are blowing it up a little too much. Antonio Brown's fighting an injury. This is a big deal to me because I think he's playing really, really well for the Bucs and not getting the credit he deserves. If he doesn't play, they do have good other receivers, let's call them other receivers, wideouts that are obviously, very helpful. But I think you'll see a lot more 12 personnel with one back, 2 tight ends if Brown can't play. We might see a lot of it anyway, and I'll get to that in a different video. But Brown's a really good player. I mean, he's starting to click with Brady. His numbers since being in Tampa Bay are pretty darn good despite fighting injuries. So I think he'd be missed. It does look like the Bucs will have Antoine Winfield. I think that's huge. And I just think he's an exceptional rookie player that can do so many things for them. Having him on the field against a really difficult team to defend, I think is going to be very helpful for Tampa Bay. It looks like Willie Gay probably won't go. The linebackers, I think, are really a problem area for Kansas City with or without him, to be very honest with you. And he's a rookie that's still learning his trade. I think the linebackers will get picked on whether he's there or not, to be frank. We talk about Mahomes' foot a little bit, Patrick Mahomes' foot. Extra week of rest sure can't hurt. I'm not super worried about it, to be honest with you. And the last guy I want to mention, and he's been a little bit out of sight, out of mind because Leonard Fournette's played so well, is I think this week off helps Ronald Jones quite a bit too. Like, I expect a little bit more of a burst from him. I think Tampa's going to run the ball more than some expect. And maybe he breaks off a long run and has that extra gear that he's been missing. So that's just kind of my quick rundown of injuries in the Super Bowl. So thanks so much. I am Matt Williamson with Yardbarker.